Hi, I'm Lewry and I'm a printmaker-artist based in Plymouth, and back in 2013 to 2015 I studied graphic design at Arts University Plymouth, and then I had a bit of a break in between and engaged in a studio practice, and then I came back to AUP to do the MA in printmaking. All right, so I do waffle on a bit. Surprised we haven't been barked at yet. So this is Alma Yard, where my studio is based. It's a really, really cool space to be in as an artist. There's such a diverse range of creatives in here. It's a beautiful space, really open and wide. This is my studio that I share with two other artists. Come on in. This is my space where I do all my printmaking. So I've got a DIY setup, made it all myself, exposure unit, screen bed obviously I didn't make myself, but yeah, this is a space where I make and create, as well as going out to other spaces to make. To me, Arts University is like a creative playground. You can shift and move between the ceramic studio to the fab lab, and then into the wood workshop, and then into the computer suite. So you can cross all disciplines, which I think for me was really, really exciting. And I was able to kind of explode with ideas and also learn some really good skills as well. That really had a big influence on what I was making and doing, which actually when I studied my undergraduate in graphic design, I had to go at printmaking. And then the ink on the paper was like, that's it. I'm now a printmaker. I want to be a printmaker. And since then, that's kind of been what I've been doing. Hot pink. Oh, crikey. Oh, I've not used this ink before. It's quite nice. So what ended up happening through the MA process, I kind of went off down a bit of a rabbit hole to begin with, trying to explore this individual thing that I am and what I might want to express, but always leaving this opening for like engaging with others and bringing others into my practice and world. There was always this kind of duality going on that I was really battling, and an MA is a really challenging process if you engage with it fully. You know, it can be really, really difficult, lots of success, lots of failure, loads of uncertainty, but they were the kind of really fruitful things in hindsight now. My practice took on sort of these two aspects, which were all intertwined anyway, which was this Lewry practice, which was about finding my voice, who am I, what interests me, what makes me tick, and creating the artwork that sort of satisfies that, but then also turning it out to public. And through my mobile screen printing unit, which I created in the second module. I love this idea of this moment of transformation through creativity. It's kind of sharing that moment that I look for in my practice, taking that out on the road and hopefully igniting that in others. So this is Colossal, which is a mobile screen printing unit, which I take into public spaces and invite passers-by to jump in the print run with me. It was just about kind of taking printmaking on the road. And then as part of my crowdfunder that I recently did was about expanding what this can be. So it's going to become like an installation, a mobile studio installation with the full kind of process setup, exposure unit, drying racks. So people can come on to like a platform space with me, work with me on it, and then it'll all get flat packed down again. So I'm really interested in exploring my kind of internal creative process, which even I don't understand, and don't necessarily need to understand it fully. My MA reached a point and not an end. I kind of got to a point in my creative practice where I was kind of making these really interesting shapes and objects inspired by the artist Hannah Hock. But these are like forms of knowledge that's telling me something about myself, and like exploring that internal creative process for myself through the dolls and these objects. through the MA, my process was coming more from concepts and thinking rather than the materials kind of leading the way. I still am uncovering what these objects are telling me about print, about myself as an artist and what I want to make and what interests me most. Just doing a bit of filming. Plymouth is such a flourishing city of creativity, and there's so much going on. There's so many people in the woodwork as well that you meet people and you're like, where have you been? Like, who are you and what are you doing? There's so much going on in these pockets. And that's what I've loved since 2015, since graduating from my undergraduate, is seeing this kind of explosion of art spaces opening up, like Ocean Studios, which is where I had my subsidised studio there after my undergraduate, to spaces like Alma Yard, where I'm based now. And there's loads of other things popping up in and around the city. So I describe it as kind of, it's still quite like a blank canvas in lots of ways. I know there's a lot of people who are established here, but there's still room for everyone to kind of make their mark in a way, which I really love. And I've been given loads of opportunities in Plymouth.